people? Hope you guys are out there all doing well. Let me go ahead and get everybody else on par right here. Appreciate you guys all being here. And I know it's going to be weird for some of you that are watching this. Um, some of you that are not actually watching me at home on your computers or anything like that. If you're watching me from a phone and it's telling you that you're watching me live, as in I'm live on mobile, you most likely are tuning in and watching me through a phone. I am live in different spots. I am live at home in my computer, but I'm also using my phone to be live to show the screen of what some of you are seeing right now. So, like, for example, the ones who just seen this whole screen get covered right here, you see those lovely lines in my finger right there. You guys are all tuning in through you all are watching through a my phone. You're watching it through my phone. So, for example, someone that's watching through the phone right now, I can see that there's someone named Sly Dog in here who gave me the thumbs up already. I appreciate you doing that. And I see that there are people who are tuning in through the internet. For example, Morath is here. See Morath right there. I can see your message right there, Morath. I also see APW. Say, I love this channel. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I see Lawrence Vietano. One of my OGs is in the house watching through the cell phone, watching through the live through the phone. APW says you're real as they come. I appreciate that. And we also have Salty Pure Blood is in the house. Reed got Pamela in the house. Johnny in the house. Annette in the house from Barbados. Let's go. Christian in the house. Mason in the house. Gary in the house. Any St. Louisan in the house? Anybody from North County, South County, Ferguson, Florissant, Creve Coeur? Where y'all at? Got a few people tuning in. See people still. So far through the phone, Lawrence Viatino spoke up. Greg Watkins in the house. You got Diane Hall. Toothless Appalachian. AP again, we got Osby, let's see, Ralph is in the house, DH is in the house, Salty Pure Blood again, Johnny G, we got Eva, we got DH, we got Ilugo, we got Leonard, Keith Kelly, Sly Dog again, we got Kathra viewing in from the phone, we got Rosalind viewing in from the phone from Texas, Pamela from Texas, got Greg Miller in the house, Michael B in the house, Adam is in the house. I'm doing good. Appreciate that. Joy in the house. Joey Richardson. Florissant, let's go. All right. Okay, Joey. Joey's in the house. From Flo. Clyde Cooley in the house. Jason. Still to the phone. We got Bumstatic in the house. Cheryl Pearson. You got Donna Storch from Canada. Sherry Pearson says, Bridgeport, Connecticut here, modern man. Hey, everyone. Renee Barnes is in here from Kentucky. Yeah, y'all are all in here kind of deep right now. Hopefully, we can go ahead and get ready to get into the story because it's going to take some time to get through, and it's actually sad. Mark Vernon is in the house. Care Bear's in the house. Roger Wood, Diane Hall. Sharon T, Aunt M, Shelly, Lisa, Jeanette, Greg Watkins, Sheila, hey, how you doing? DH is in the house. Don Stewart, hey, modern man from Tampa, in one of my home states. I got a spot in Panama City. Also, I got a spot near Florissant too, Creve Coeur. I used to live we lived in Ferguson, Sharondale Circle, buddy. The project apartments over there, if you know anything about that, when I was going to school. Nancy in the house. All right, folks, we're about a good 5 minutes in. I appreciate you guys all being here. If I didn't shout you out and say your name, my bad. I just try to get people in and make sure YouTube letting people know. We got Greenview, Illinois in the house. Michigan in the house. Leo is in the house. Electrician's in the house. Michael's in the house. I might be saying y'all's names all wrong. Ruth is in the house. Trump Drango is in the house from the phone. We got Mike tuning in from the phone. The Halflings, 86 from Akron, Ohio, is tuning in through the phone. The Halflings, Lord of the Rings stuff right there. Tammy Slavens from another one of my home places. Tennessee, got a spot there in Tennessee too, y'all. Tennessee, Missouri, Illinois, Florida. I'm not gonna tell y'all the other one. Figure it out. No. He already going in. Look, Sixers already going in. Saying, where's BLM? Calling Kaepernick, Sean. Yeah, look, he calling all of them out. Where are they at? for this police officer who happens to be black. You can't give anyway spoilers. Don't give anyway spoilers. No spoilers. No, I'm just messing with you. We got Sally in the house, Ruth in the house, Deborah from Tampa in the house, Ralph Acock is in the house, Sherry is in the house, Pig Skinner from North Carolina is in the house, Carrie Jordan, Philly, Julie from Alton, Illinois. Yeah, you right there on the border, right there by St. Louis. I know where you are. Dayton, Ohio is in the house. Ruth is in the house. Larry is in the house. Latanya, yeah, Latanya Solomon is in the house. We got Jay Christian. Hey, what's going on? Bloomfield, Michigan. Bill Neely, Sherry, DH is in the house again. We got Ruth for the truth. I like that. Steve. Halfling Cheryl's in the, let's see, Cheryl Pearson's. It says a police shooting. Oh, we're going to get into it, Cheryl Pearson. Don't worry. The Halflings. Why not full screen? You actually, if you're watching and you saying why not a full screen, because you actually are watching this through a phone. If you want the full screen or what it actually looked like, go over to my YouTube channel, Modern Renaissance Man, and click on the thumbnail that actually does not say mobile. So I appreciate you guys all being here. I might not be able to say all y'all names out as I'm getting ready to get into it. Cheryl Pearson said Ferguson. Okay. But I'll just highlight him as y'all see him right there. You'll see your name right here on the screen right there. You all see it. I'm just trying to show y'all some love before we actually get into the subject here, because I really appreciate all you in here tuning in right now. Those who I mentioned, they told us that they care about all black people from all over the world and want us to care about all black people, even if the victims, criminals, predators, etc. PJ. I'm not even going to say that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So KM from the phone, KM that's tuning in, watching through the phone says, what's up, St. Louis? I'm trying to give y'all a really good view here so y'all can kind of see all the comments and stuff off to the side right there. But in order for me to give you a full screen, there's some things I won't be able to do. So, guys, if y'all don't know this, the other day, there was supposedly a peaceful protest over Michael Brown, which I didn't even know they were still doing this. Even when before I had to, based off what I do medically, I still got a place in Creve Coeur, right? So I'm renting my spot out in Creve Coeur. And when I rented that spot out, I moved to a different area. The whole time I was living in Creve Coeur. And this was what, 2017 to 2021. This is Creve Coeur when I moved back to the St. Louis area, when I moved from my spot in Florida, because I move around a lot. Anywho, I did not know that they were still doing stuff on behalf of Michael Brown. I did not know that, okay? And there was a protest, a peaceful protest. We got Vercom in the house real quick. Says, watching from St. Louis, wasn't even aware there was a protest or that officer was hurt. Oh yeah, they're gonna keep it out of mainstream. You know why? Because it don't fit the narrative. It does not fit the narrative. That's why. That's why a lot of St. Louisans don't even know about this. Only my folks in St. Louis from up there by north, Florissant, Ferguson, Creve Coeur, by the Delmar Loop. A lot of y'all that know my channel in the St. Louis area know that I sometimes get stuff out there when they don't even tell you guys, okay? All right. So there was supposedly a peaceful protest over Michael Brown. I guess they were protesting the 10-year anniversary since Michael Brown was shot. And ladies and gentlemen, a police officer is fighting for his life right now because of a brain injury he suffered. But what we're going to do, I'm going to let you guys hear the video on what happened. Now, I'm warning y'all right now, to any of you who get bent out of shape when I pause the video. If you get bent out of shape when I pause the video, listen, bent out of shape you shall remain, because I'm going to pause the video and stop it at some time so we can talk about this, because I don't want these thoughts to leave my head. And I also want you guys to be able to hear it, because this right here is absolutely 100% inexcusable. And it is completely sad. 10 years since Michael Brown's death. And what this officer is getting ready to lay out, this is why I'm going to say St. Louis, Ferguson, y'all, this is no excuse, man. No excuse. Let's get ready to get into the video I'm talking about. It's this video right here. Okay?
Call this press conference to talk about an event from last night. We had protesters across the street at the Andy Worm parking lot.
What is this?
I have my PO provide you with times and all that stuff after this press conference. But we had protesters lined up across the street here at Andy Worm parking lot. For the majority of the night, they were all peaceful. In fact, they began blocking our streets out here on South Florissant Road. We allowed the protesters to block our streets out here. Not only did we allow the protesters to block our street, we even provided a car on the...
Wait, time out. Some of y'all saying y'all can't hear it? Those that are tuning in through the phone, you guys can't hear us. Let me check with my folks on the other side. Okay, y'all saying, okay, let me do something here. Let's do something here. I got y'all back. All right. Some says through the phone, you guys that are tuning in through the mobile, you said you can't hear. So y'all trust me, I'm not gonna let this slide. I'm gonna make sure y'all can hear it. Let's see. Here we go again.
Call this press conference to talk about an event from last night.
Let me pause it. My folks, can y'all hear it? Did y'all just hear it then? I'm trying to wait for the folks from the, okay, so Leonard said fixed. So y'all can't hear it though. Okay, you guys are all saying yes. So I appreciate y'all response on that, okay? So let's get ready to get back into this video, guys, because I'm telling you right now, this is something that mainstream media is going to keep out because they don't want individuals like myself to show y'all this crazy truth right here. So here we go.
We had protesters across the street at the Andy Worm parking lot. I have my PO provide you with times and all that stuff after this press conference. But we had protesters lined up across the street here at Andy Worm parking lot. For the majority of the night, they were all peaceful. In fact, they began blocking our streets out here on South Florissant Road. We allowed the protesters to block our streets out here. Not only did we allow the protesters to block our street, we even provided a car on the north end and on the north end and on the south end, so the protesters couldn't get hit by vehicles. Sometime throughout the night, the protesters were violently shaking our fence.
So let me pause it right there real quick to interject here. You heard him say, number one, we allowed them to protest. We allowed them to protest. And not only that, he said we set up a perimeter to where we made sure that they were going to be safe. Y'all catch the wording. They allowed them to do it. See, like if I allow you to come into my house, I'm giving permission, which means I can keep you from doing it as well. But they didn't. 10 years since Michael Brown, I guess. He said we allowed them, and not only that, we set up a barriers on a busy road there so that they can be protected. I just want y'all to keep that in your minds, okay? Just keep that in your mind. They allowed it. So let's keep going.
At this police station. Again, we did not even react. We stayed here, let them shake the fence. That happened several times throughout the night, up until the point that they broke the bottom portions of our fence. They destroyed property on our police department's parking lot.
Yep, I'm pausing again. Be pissed off. Oh, well. What for? What for? What was the need to shake the fence, guys? Like, look, listen, this is what people get pissed off at. I'm telling y'all, listen to me right now. If you are a very involved father and you are big on discipline like I am, why are they shaking the freaking fence violently? For what reason? For Michael Brown. It's been 10 years. What are we talking about? We've had COVID and everything happen. Nobody was out there protesting, doing any of that. Like I told y'all, from 2017 to 2021, when I was doing my contracting and my spot in Creve Coeur, I didn't hear anybody doing any of this stuff in Ferguson. None at all. So anyway, what I'm saying is for us, why are they violently shaking the fence right now? That's why I just want to y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Just keep that in your head. For what? Let's keep going.
It was at that time I sent out an arrest team to make an arrest for destruction of property. My team got out there and was assaulted by a number of the protesters that were out there on the scene. As a result, one of my police officers suffered a severe brain injury.
Look at that man's face. He is pissed. He is pissed.
He is at an area hospital right now, fighting for his life. And I'm gonna break away a little bit from what I was planning to talk about. This police department, this Ferguson Police Department.
Listen now, listen real close, y'all, because this is very important.
Since 2014, police department, this Ferguson Police Department, since 2014, has been a punching bag for this community. The police department back in 2014, we don't even have them officers here anymore.
Uh-oh. All new police officers since Michael Brown, listen.
So what are you protesting? These officers not even here no more. Everything that the activists, the police department back in 2014, we don't even have them officers here anymore. So what are you protesting? These officers not even here no more. Everything that the activist community has advocated for, as far as body-worn cameras, implicit bias training, crisis intervention training, all this stuff, we have done all of this. What are we protesting?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where a lot of you, this is where a lot of you are going to get pissed. Negroes. What are we doing? What? This is to show you right now, ladies and gentlemen, Negroes. Now look. We want, because I'm trying to, I'll keep it and I'll say this. Certain black people, certain groups of black people with a certain type of mentality. This is what we're talking about when it comes to you. You do all this crime, no justice, no peace. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. All of that. They give you exactly what y'all asked for. He said inclusive training, de-escalation training. They got a whole new Ferguson police officer staff. And it's going to get even better, but I don't want to spoil it for y'all. They do all of that. What the heck are y'all protesting? Huh? What y'all want now? It's not going to be good enough. I'm going to tell you why, because it's nothing more but a hamster wheel of a constant loop of unprovoked hatred, period, because you want to stay in this victim mentality and you have no idea. You have been psychologically psyopsed into being nothing more but a mad, pissed off, damaged victim person. That's all you are. Because they gave you everything you asked for, and it's not even good enough for you. This is why people like me get pissed off. I get it. If there needs to be things that need to be changed, let's be for the change. If we need to get certain crooked people out of positions, get them out. But now we don't even have them there, and y'all still doing this? And the police officer suffered a brain injury. I don't know if y'all know how serious that is. He suffered a brain injury. And the police officer that suffered this brain injury, he's black. He's black. That's what I'm saying. There ain't no, look, this is what I get at. With these certain black folks of a mentality, there is nothing more that they're going to understand except for what some kids understand at a young age. And some of y'all might not like what I'm getting ready to say. Some of them don't understand nothing but butt whoopings. Some of them don't understand nothing but solitary confinement. You have to break them. They're not going to change. You have to break them. Some of y'all might not like what I'm getting ready to say as well. My mentees in different states that I've dated, some of them are grown-ups right now, will tell you, Ty broke me. Why? I got physical. You're not about to get over on me. Okay, guess what? Go sit in that chair right there. You're going to sit there until, yeah, I'm going to bring you something to eat. Matter of fact, the parents sometimes. Let me get you, tell him, Mr. Ty, I told him, give me a week with your son. Give me a week with your daughter. Oh, you gonna get broken. You will be broken. You have nobody you can call. You don't have your cell phone. You can't cry out to your mama. You can't cry to nobody. You can't cry to nobody. It's just me and you. And where you gonna run off to? Go ahead, run out in the woods then if you want to. Go ahead. You will be broke. What are you talking about, Ty? These people, some of them black folks, I'm talking to y'all, and some of you dumb white liberals, some of y'all don't understand anything until somebody puts something upside your head. Some of y'all won't understand nothing. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is what you have to do. You have to separate them from their chaotic pact. You have to separate them off. Whenever I go into a school system or anything like that, and they have certain types of kids that act up, guess what I do? I go in there and I want to watch from a distance. I don't go in the classroom yet. I watch from the distance. Who's the ringleader in there? Whoever the ringleader is, I'm isolating him. I'm snatching him off. I'm going right in there, snatching them, and I'm isolating them all. So everybody can be wondering, like, man, what's going on? What happened to him? This was a black police officer. And it's going to get better, y'all. And again, I'm going to rewind it so y'all can hear him tell y'all what they did for these people who went out protesting, crying, all these activists, all the things they wanted done in the police department. And the police does it. Watch this.
Even here no more. Everything that the activist community has advocated for, as far as body-worn cameras, implicit bias training, crisis intervention training, all this stuff, we have done all of this. What are we protesting?
Good question. Let's keep going.
What is it? We even changed the uniforms at this police department because people said that the old uniforms trigger people.
Y'all, are y'all hearing this? They changed the uniforms for y'all. Ferguson, they changed the uniforms. What more do you Negroes want? Oh, we want. Y'all talking about justice, you got it. They reformed the whole police plan. They reformed the whole police department. Gave y'all new uniforms, the best training, body cams, so they can be accountable. It still ain't good enough, though. Y'all keep on listening to this, though. This gets better. Let me stop. I'm sorry. Because I hate when people do the same thing, too. But I told y'all I was going to be pausing. Let's keep going.
What are we doing? 10 years later, I got an officer fighting for his life. It's enough, and I'm done with it. We're not doing it here in Ferguson. Our community is united behind us. Our community is fed up. We want to heal. Our community want to heal. We want people to peacefully protest, but we damn sure ain't gonna allow you to destroy this city, and we ain't gonna allow you to hurt none of these police officers. We are united here in this city. We're done with it. We're not doing it anymore. I'll take any questions anybody got.
Now, I'm just gonna tell y'all straight, because a lot of people here in St. Louis, y'all reached out. A lot of your pastors, I'm not going to say y'all names, y'all know who y'all are, that told me about this and say, please do a video on it. Y'all say y'all going to have y'all folks watching this. This is why it's going to take really strong men who don't give a crap about what folks think, as long as you're doing the right thing. I'm telling y'all, I keep saying this is such a small thing, but being a strong man, I'm not talking about physically, mentally, on a disciplinary action standpoint, a strong father, this stuff can be solved so easy. If you ever had a kid or a child to where all you keep on doing is making idle threats, they're going to be like, oh, bull crap, all you keep on talking. So I'm not saying nothing against this police officer right here at all. I promise you. He seemed like he is completely ticked off. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this first also. Don't forget to hit that like button right now. Give the video a thumbs up so this video can be circulated. I really do appreciate every last one of you guys in here watching right now. But listen to me. Making idle threats, and I'm not saying this is what he's doing. Making idle threats to thugs and criminals, degenerates, don't mean nothing because they know you're not going to follow through. Because they feel like they got y'all by the balls. They feel like that if y'all police department do anything to them at all, here come a lawsuit, here come a this. And you know what's sad about that? It's democratic policies that support them and enable them to be able to come at the police like this. They looking at y'all like, y'all not going to do nothing. I get it. We say it all the time. We hear it all the time. And again, let me reiterate this because I know here, when y'all see, if y'all see me in St. Louis, y'all come up and y'all, man, you bogus. No. You see me at the zoo, y'all already know. You see me at the City Museum or the Science Museum here in the Lou, you already know. We talk about this stuff all the time. And y'all come up and y'all compliment me all the time. Bro, why don't you do this? How come you don't get in this? I get it. Because I will follow through and not give a care. Bring them. Hey, who attacked them? Yeah. Smack them up and all that. Arrest him. Bring him in. We not about to care about it. Look, we have a goddamn community we trying to heal. We got a community we trying to save. The community is fed up. He said he's fed up. Now the question is, what's going to happen when it comes again? We're going to see how fed up you are because they're going to test you on the thing. If you tell your son, if you ever raise your son or your daughters and you tell them don't do X, Y, and Z, they do it. Didn't I tell you not to do it? Didn't I tell you what I say? Well, I'm going to count to 3. Matter of fact, I'm going to count to 10. They're not going to fall for that. You're not going to do it. Stop talking and just snatch them up. I'm a one-time say it person. That's it. If my police, what happened to this police officer, it will never happen again. If our police officers get attacked, we coming hard. That's all it's going to be. So you telling us, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care how much you cry. We shall overcome. You can kumbaya. You can go call Al Sharpton. Y'all do this again. We snatching you up and we going to be very aggressive with it. Y'all not scaring them because they feel they got y'all by the balls. We don't want nobody to come to our city. And man, forget all that. They're going to do it anyway. There's nothing you can do to appear that you are the good guys. So you might as well do justice anyway. It's crazy. And it's black folks, the main ones out here. We can't get this. We can't get that. And y'all are hurting black police officers. Did what they tell you when you're growing up too. If you want your community to be better, black people, how about black people police their own neighborhoods? But when black people police their own neighborhoods, look what these black Negroes are doing to their own black police officers. Degenerates. I wish they could take a lot of y'all, just like I feel about the alphabet community. I'm not hating on y'all. I'm talking about the ones who are filled with hatred. If you are part of that, I'm just using this as an analogy. For a lot of you that are part of the alphabet community of a certain mindset, listen to me, of a certain mindset with a certain amount of hatred in your heart, y'all no different than some of these Negroes. A certain mindset with hatred in your heart. I wish they can isolate y'all and leave y'all off to an island all by yourself. Let's see how y'all do. Because y'all are destroying stuff. Y'all have nothing. I feel like a lot of y'all, your place, and if you look at America as a body, your function in America as a body is to be nothing more but cancer. You just cancer. You just metastasize it. You spread all over to do nothing more than to destroy. Your function is to destroy. And nobody's recognizing that. Y'all not out here trying to have real peace. Y'all not out here trying to have real tolerance. Y'all not out here trying to have real justice. Y'all are cancer. That's what y'all do. And we need to look at y'all as such and not put up with it and not tolerate it. But as long as we keep on talking, I'm tired of this. We tired of this. It's going to be like, man, guys, oh my God, when I grew up in Chicago to Decatur, Illinois, I went to school in St. Louis, left, moved to my spot in Florida, lived in Florida for some years, came back on another rotation thing on the contract, lived back in the St. Louis area, Creve Coeur, and the same exact stuff still being talked about. We tired of this. We tired of that. We know y'all, not because you keep on letting it happen. One of the best things that happened up here in Chicago when it comes to justice. This man was caught sexually assaulting a young girl. And the block, they beat that man so bad. It was beautiful. He was caught in the act, a black man sexually assaulting a little black girl. And the black people of the hood They beat that man. I think out of the 206 bones, they broke like 120 of them. And the police, what they do? Well, you know what? We don't know who did it. And guess what? The police said, well, when we can get to it, we'll investigate it. That's what I'm talking about. So what am I saying this for? When you say that the community is tired, apparently not. St. Louis, Missouri, do we not have a concealed carry where you don't need a permit here? Yes. Yes. Here, I'm not just saying here in St. Louis. I keep on saying here because, you know, like I told you, I got my spot in Creve Coeur. I love that about Missouri. You can carry and you don't need a permit. And you telling me, since we, the community, are all fed up, why aren't we trying to serve up our own justice? I know, because of snitches get stitches stuff and all that bull crap. Y'all not trying to have a real good community. You're not trying to fix it. So no, again, I'm kudos to this officer right here for saying that they're tired of it. We are going to see from this day forward, we're going to see how much tired the Ferguson police are tired of being the punching bag. Because eventually you're going to have to start punching back. Otherwise, you're going to continue to be bullied by the community to these degenerates who function is to be nothing more but cancer. Cancer is going to be cancer. Understand that? Boy, I couldn't be the mayor there. Anyway, y'all, let's continue on with this video.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you talk a little bit more about what exactly happened to cause the break?
So my officer went out to effect an arrest on an individual who broke and stole portions of our fencing out here, a large portion of our fencing. And as he approached the suspect, he was charged violently with the suspect's shoulder, which knocked him down, which he suffered a head injury as a result of that.
Can you clarify too if this happened, if the arrest and the injury happened before or after midnight? We're just trying to get a time.
It was before midnight.
Can you explain how the officer got his injury? Because I believe I saw it. Like, what actually happened?
Yeah, after he got charged, he fell backwards and hit his head. He fell backwards and hit his head.
Okay. Did he run into somebody? Did he trip or slip?
No, they ran into him.
Y'all hear this? You hear this reporter? And now, look, I'm just gonna say it, y'all. Let's just keep it real. This fine police officer right here said that when they went to go arrest a suspect who not only broke the property, but they look at it stole it, he said the suspect violently charged the officer, knocking him down. This goddamn on reporter in the back talking about, oh, did he slip? Did he run into an object? Did he? That's what this. I hope I don't know. Now, stuff like that, it just can make you just like, okay, you trying to throw shots. He just told you what happened. Y'all didn't hear the journalist? Oh, did he run into something? Did he hit something? He told you that he was violently attacked. He was tackled with the suspect's shoulder. But that's what they try to do, because you know what? Criminals do no wrong. You know, the officer could have slipped and, yeah, listen to him.
After he got charged, he fell backwards. It was before midnight.
Can you explain how the officer got his injury? Because I believe I saw it. Like, what actually happened?
Yeah.
He said, can you explain how the officer got his injury? Right? Watch what this police officer say.
Yeah, after he got charged, he fell backwards and hit his head.
There it is.
He fell backwards and hit his head.
Okay. Did he run into somebody? Did he trip or slip?
No, they ran into him.
See what I'm saying? That's just some nitpicking stuff right there. That's woke journalism right there. That's how they do stuff right there. Make it so. In other words, you already trying to take the attention off of the fact that the suspect or the criminal or the thug did it, and try to make it like, well, did the officer trip? Did he slip? Did he run into something? The heck out of here.
The suspect, the protester, yes.
What details do you have about the officer? How long has he been on the force?
He's been with the Ferguson Police Department since January the 2nd of this year. Prior to that, he was a St. Louis County police officer.
Is there any update? There was a woman that had a seizure out there that needed medical assistance.
Yeah, and my team, along with the Ferguson Fire Department, went out there to assist that lady with her seizure.
So if you guys didn't hear that, what happened is that during the protest, one of the peaceful protesters suffered a seizure, right? They suffered a seizure. The police officers and the fire department went out there to go assist the woman. Despite of the violent shaking of the fence, Police officer being attacked, got a brain injury. They went out there to go help the lady anyway. See y'all, Lord help me. Lord help me. I'd be like, she what? Well, y'all better help her. That's y'all. Go help her. Help her, y'all. No, police officers, the fire department, y'all stand back. It's too, see what I'm saying? I hate to be this way. But you know what that would have turned into? It was a lady out here having a seizure, man. And oh my mama, the police officers, them just sat there, G. They sat there, B. They sat there, man. The police officers and fire department sat there watching that woman shake on the ground, bro. This is messed up. This is why we can't get enough y'all to pull all that dumb stuff. That's what I'm saying. There ain't no winning. And I'm the type of person, I'm like, okay, let her shake. Y'all shouldn't be out here shaking the fence and doing all this stuff anyway. Let her shake. Man, Ty, what y'all doing? What are y'all even out here for? Y'all out here yelling, screaming at the police, a brand new police department. These are not even the same police officers that was there when Michael Brown had this stuff happen. Brand new police department. Gave y'all the body cams. Gave y'all the training. Gave y'all new uniforms so y'all won't be post-traumatic stress disorder from looking at some colors. Gave y'all all that. Y'all out here yelling at the police who has 10 years later. Y'all yelling at the police. A woman suffered a seizure. And then y'all want us to come and help y'all now. But they did it anyway. Kudos to them. I told y'all this. Woo, you can't win. You cannot win for losing. That's exactly what they would have did. I know we knocked that police officer over and all that, but there's a woman having a seizure out here. I see. Your Lord Jesus help me. Let her shake. Y'all help her. Who know her? Do anybody know her? Y'all go help her.
Did that happen did she have any kind of interaction or physical interaction or contact with any officers?
I don't know. All I know is our officers responded by helping that young lady during her seizure.
Were any other officers injured?
I'm sorry?
Were any other officers?
Yes, I had another officer that suffered an ankle injury and another officer that suffered some abrasions.
The person who injured the officer that is in critical condition, Chief Doyle, do we know anything about that person, where that person comes from?
That individual is in custody, and I'm going to let our prosecutor talk about that.
Now, I'm going to let y'all know that individual who is in custody right now, let me see. His name is Elijah Gant. Elijah Gant is this guy's name. And if you see my thumbnail, you see that he's the one that the police have picked up. It's like 4, 5 black police officers. One is a female. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are males, and they all are black. Okay, they black. That arrested Elijah Gant, who's responsible for this police's injury. Okay, just want to let y'all know that. So let's get back to the video.
First and foremost, I want to start by saying our prayers are with the officer and his family. I just left the hospital myself, and I always talk about the toughest part of this job is when we have a family that's lost a loved one that we can't bring justice to, and I gotta tweet that. The toughest thing that I've had to do is talk and console with a mother who doesn't know if her child is going to make it. And for what? So first and foremost, this case, we are in the process of issuing charges for resisting arrest, 2 counts of assault, 4th on special victims, and 1st-degree property damage. Also 1st-degree assault. There are also other defendants that we are seeking charges against for assault 3rd degree on a special victim, which is a police officer, and resisting interfering with an arrest. And then we are seeking charges against 3 other individuals for property damage that occurred last night here at the department. And so, as always, we do believe that people have a right to peacefully protest.
peacefully protest, y'all. Like during like the current the vice president pick, Kamala Harris's pick, Tim Walz. His type of peaceful protest. Like when stuff was burning in Minneapolis and all that. You remember all that fires behind there, and they say, although 50% of the city is burning right now, it's mostly peaceful. So guess what? What I like about this too, black man right here, black man, prosecutor. He is about to get the biggest talk of him being a coon, a sellout, Uncle Tom, because he's getting ready to persecute the very thugs, criminals that caused this police officer to get this brain injury. Now, let me tell y'all something from a medical professional. I don't know if y'all know this. A brain injury is a serious condition. Y'all have no idea how serious it can be. Number one, if a person suffers a brain injury and it's been classified as a brain injury, a lot of things can take effect. So let me just tell you from a medical professional standpoint and how I think what happened. If this man fell back and hit the back of his head, that means a lot of things can be affected by that. For example, your eyes attached literally to the back of your head. Okay? There are some very structures in the brain back there that are very sensitive. So this man can be affected with his eyesight, and the fact that the brain is considered to be part of the central nervous system, or it is technically the central nervous system. You talking about brain coordination, motor functions. You're talking about where the cerebellum and different things is, where the brain stem is. We don't know what part of his brain got affected. Therefore, we don't know what type of neurological or motor points of his body that will be affected by this. We don't know because of the brain bleed that he may have suffered. If this man had a small stroke or many strokes, or he had any type of TBI or traumatic brain injury, we don't know what's going to be affected by him yet. But what I don't like about this is the fact that they said he is fighting for his life. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is dangerous. So it's a good chance that I guarantee you, because he might have some swelling on his brain, that they most likely put him in an induced coma, and they probably packed his body with cold covers or cold, pretty much ice, like ice covers, to lower his temperature and all that, to help lower the swelling. Or in other words, a lot of times when you have something that's been injured or inflamed, fluid and inflammation goes to that area. So if you cool off the body, what it tends to do is it lowers or it slows the circulation going to the brain, therefore not allowing a lot of the inflammation to go to the brain. And also it pulls fluid and it pulls inflammation from that area because it wants to try to warm the area that you're keeping cool. I know a lot of y'all don't know about this, but when I went through like my rotations and everything like that, I learned a lot about brain injuries. I treated a lot of patients that had strokes, traumatic brain injuries, brain bleeds, subhematomas, subdural hematomas, all these different things. And I'm telling you, it can affect people in ways y'all don't even know. He can come out having if his brain got injured in certain spots that actually have something to do with behavior, he can come out being a complete different person, constantly angry. It is very deep if you don't even know about this. So that's why this is such a significant thing. It's such a sensitive thing that happened to him. And he better hope that if this officer comes out, that this officer comes back good. He better hope it. It can affect y'all. I'm telling y'all, brain injuries are no joke. So I just wanted to give y'all that little piece of information, because in this video, that part right there is not going to be explained. But I want people to know the details of that, to show y'all how significant and how sensitive that brain is. It's very, man, y'all, there's been football players that got protective helmets on that have suffered concussions. And it ended up completely driving them completely mad to where they self-deleted themselves. It can be devastating. And the brain is not slow in healing. It's not. And y'all might not know this, and you might not think this either. The brain does not like blood. Yeah, you got brain, you got vessels and everything, major arteries and everything that go through the brain. But as far as blood getting out and leaping into the cavity of the brain, like in between the areas where we call it like the meninges and the brain, the blood on the brain is completely devastating. It can suffocate the brain. And y'all, I'm telling you. So I don't know what the extent of his injuries are, but the fact that they said he's fighting for his life, that's scary. So let's continue on with the video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all.
But when that line is crossed and people are harmed or property is damaged, people have to be held. They have to be held accountable, and we intend to hold these individuals fully accountable. We pray for a speedy recovery for Officer Brown. And our thoughts and prayers are him with him today as he fights.
Now, I find this very ironic. I'm gonna say this real quick so we can continue with the video. Isn't it ironic? They are out here protesting the death of Michael Brown, and the officer that's literally fighting for his life from a brain injury, literally. His last name is Brown too. The irony, isn't it? Michael Brown died from getting shot in the head, brain injury. This officer, Officer Brown, gets attacked by a protester fighting for his life from a brain injury. How ironic, right? Crazy.
Can you provide the officer's first name?
Travis Brown.
Is he a cold?
I'm not going to give out his medical. He's suffering through a serious head injury. The other point I want to make too is that this police department in 2014 had 3 African-American police officers.
Pay attention, y'all. 2014, during the Michael Brown, they had 3 police officers. Pay attention to this part.
That this police department in 2014 had 3 African-American police officers. We have over 50% African-American police officers, 23% female representation on this police department. Like I mentioned before, maybe 4 officers from 2014 remain here at the Ferguson Police Department. This is a brand new police department. I don't know why the officers here, who wasn't even here in 2014, have to continue to suffer through this.
Because you're dealing with degenerate Negroes. You're dealing with cancerous Negroes who have been psychologically psyoped by the media to be able to do this. Because ladies and gentlemen, there is no excuse that you can even come up to even try to give these degenerate thugs an excuse, to even want to try to give them an excuse. You are the issue if you try to. Well, they just mad. There is no reason to see what I'm saying. But you know what? Why not? You want to know why they still can do it? Because the same stupid reason why you dumb Negroes of a certain mindset feel that you can sit there and treat people a certain way for stuff that happened to black people during slavery. How you gonna sit there and say you pissed off at white people right now for something they didn't do? Well, but their ancestors did. It's the same exact playbook, ladies and gentlemen. This is how they do it. This is why they do it. If America got rid of all white people right now, if all white people moved out of the United States and it was left to black people, the same exact thing is going to happen. This right here is a micro. This right here is a micro example. This is a micro hypothesis of what would happen if black people had everything ran by black people. The same stuff will still happen. This man said they have over 50% African-American police officers. He said on top of that, we have an additional 23% female. Now, I'm not trying to throw no hate at anybody right there, but this is what we call DEI. Well, the reason why all this stuff happened is if they had more black people in there, they gave you more black people. Well, we want to have equal rights. We want equity. We want equity. We gave y'all more females. And these Negroes still beating y'all up. They still disrespecting y'all. See what I'm saying? This stupid thing that they have completely bamboozled a lot of black people. I was once there, so I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I was once there with this false pretense of being pissed off at the white man, at white people, because of what they did to our people, But I found out right now when I got over to the real world and my eyes became open when I got in the corporate world, my people are not people just because you black. You crazy lunatic thug out have nothing in life to do but to be victims and cry out and blame everybody else. You Negroes, y'all can say call me what you want to. Y'all are not my people. See what I'm saying? Y'all got no excuse now. Y'all used to be pissed off at me. Man, you tap dance for them white people. You doing this for them white people. You doing this for them white people. Look at you. You getting all mad at us and you up here trying to defend them white folks. Well, then tell me right now, Negroes, who am I defending? Huh? Who am I defending now? Told you, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to fall for this dumb stuff y'all try to push. I'm not going to feel guilty or feel bad for defending righteousness. Told y'all it had nothing to do. What I do, it has nothing to do with no goddamn on color. It has everything to do with righteousness. This right here is a black man. Huh? The prosecutor you see up here trying to bring righteousness is a black man. The police department is over 50% black people. And they got women in there. And y'all do the same thing to them. And I'm giving you the same exact type of righteous passion with defending these. So what y'all gonna say about this now? I might be skin folk, but I ain't kin folk. Who am I tap dancing for now by defending them, Negroes? Huh? Come and tell me. Huh? Who am I cooning for right now defending black people? Negroes, huh? Huh? Who is this porch monkey? Huh? Who is this house Negro? Huh? Who is this bootlicker doing all this for now when I'm defending them? Huh? Y'all stupid. So yeah, thank you for telling me I'm not a part of you dummies. Who would want to be? Destroying our own communities, huh? Robbing our own people, beating up our own police officers? And you think that I'm supposed to be feeling bad because I don't want to be a part of you Negroes? Y'all done lost y'all mind. You darn right I'm not a part of you. Never want to be a part of you. Lost y'all minds. Crazy. And yet, that's what y'all rolling with. You all are rolling with this whole thing of, I'm supposed to, oh, look at you. You talking bad about. Do you even understand that you're defending criminals right now? The very people who are robbing you, breaking in your cars. Trust me, when I was in college, living in Ferguson, Sherringdale Circle, go look it up. Our car they told me, dude, you might as well not even lock your car. Leave your cars open so they can go into your car, steal what they want to out of it. You'd rather have them do that than break your window. Right? So then who was my car being broken into? Take a wild guess who was doing this. But I'm supposed to sit up here and act like white people are the problem. Y'all don't even know. Some of you dumb Negroes, and I know y'all getting pissed off because I'm saying it, but I'm talking to you. If you want to tell you why, here's the deal. Check this out. If you are not the dumb Negroes that I'm talking to, you are not offended by what I'm saying, are you? If you are not a part of the dumb Negroes that I'm talking about right now, you are not offended by what I'm saying. If you have a son or a daughter right now, and you know that I'm talking about your son and your daughter in this particular case, and you as a mother or a father are getting offended, then yes, I'm talking to you. If you are getting offended right now because you feel like I'm coming down on black people, yes, I'm talking to you because guess what? If you are not doing anything wrong and your kids are not doing anything wrong, what I'm saying right now has no effect on you, does it? No, because your children, your sons, your daughters, your nieces, your nephews, they're not a part of this dumb Negroes. These dumb Negroes. Man, why you gotta be black people? Come on now, keep it real. I know everybody else don't want to say it to y'all, but I'm gonna say it. I'll call out to be who else is it gonna be? I bet you it wasn't a bunch of white people. Have y'all ever, if any of y'all from the St. Louis area, I'm keeping it real. When I started off college in 2000, living in Ferguson, I couldn't even tell y'all how many white people I ever seen in Ferguson. Not even at the gas station. The only time I seen white people, some of you didn't know St. Louis area. If you're going up Florissant, right before you get to the highway, where Krispy Kreme is and Burger King is, right over there, hand physical therapy. I seen white people over in that area right there. But as far as that goes in the Ferguson area, I ain't hardly right there. What's the name of our store here? Shop and Save, right there in the Ferguson area. I didn't see no white people working in there at all. Timetable. Yeah, y'all lived. I told y'all. I ain't seen no white people there. I hardly ever seen white people there. So don't get pissed off because I'm calling the bull crap out right now. If your defense is you always talking about black people, you are the problem. That's how a lot of my mentees was. Man, you always getting on me. Stop doing it, Negroes. You always getting on me. Aren't you the one that's always causing the trouble? Yeah, but there is no but. But you don't say nothing to them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you. See what I'm saying? You've been so trained to not take accountability that the first thing you want to do is point the finger at somebody else. We wouldn't be here if those white people didn't force us to come over here and speak their language. So did the white people force the whole world to speak English too? Because the last time I checked, the whole world is speaking English. Huh? But that's what I'm saying. Y'all have no idea, some of you Negroes, and I'm talking about certain Negroes of a certain mindset. You don't even understand how deep this has been embedded into your subconscious, that whenever you get called out on something that you did, your response, it wouldn't happen if, it would never be if, well, I can't help where I live. Well, if they never would have brought us over in boat, if they never would have, if they never would, you did it, Negro, you did it. You don't even understand that you've been so bamboozled that you won't even take accountability for what you did. Well, it wouldn't happen if they did shoot Michael Brown 10 years ago. 10 years ago? You are fake virtue signaling, pissed off at something that happened to Michael Brown 10 years ago? But y'all got no smoke for the dudes that shot David Dorn in the head. Yeah, I said it. I got the whole video. Y'all, I have the exclusive video of David Dorn being shot, laying on the street, bleeding out by black people. Where's his anniversary, huh? Where is his peaceful protest? This was a black police officer being security for a black friend who owned a black store with his black job, serving the black community, but the black community was robbing his friend's store. He tried to protect his friend's store. He gets shot in the head by black people, and y'all pissed off like I'm saying something wrong. You pissed off because I'm saying something against the thugs that's sitting there damaging our communities. And you pissed off at me because you always said something about black people. Negro, please. Boy, y'all better be, man, I couldn't, y'all about to pray. Y'all, boy, when it comes to certain things, y'all about to hope and pray that I don't get into Congress or anything like that. Because y'all would not like me, and you already don't anyway, and I do not care. But I will be the type of person, you commit this certain type of crime, or you getting a year in jail. I don't care. All he did was steal some bubble gum, you getting a year in jail. You rob somebody and you get caught, you are doing 5 years in jail, period. Period. If there's something like this happened to this police officer right here, where we see, now we're gonna do it the right way, we're gonna do it the lawful way. But tell me yes or no. Are you supposed to be shaking the gate and damaging police property? No, you're not. And since you know that you're not and you did it anyway, you getting 2 years in jail for breaking the fence. Right off the bat. There ain't no probation. There is not going to be any, no, you are getting 2 years in jail. You getting 2 years in prison for breaking the fence. Man, that's kind of harsh. So what? You know you weren't supposed to do it, but you did it anyway. But then you want to be mad at me because I gave you 2 years. Deal with it. And that's what I'm telling y'all. So can you imagine? Look, I can be the nicest person in the world, and I am. But one thing I cannot stand people that are not disciplined. I cannot stand that you know you're doing something wrong, and now that you're about to be punished, you want to act like the person that's giving you the punishment is the bad guy. Yeah, when my sons got disciplined and punished, it was harsh. My sons are 22 years old and 20 years old right now. They will tell you, y'all don't have to agree with this, but I'm not gonna go deep into it. Some of y'all might click off after I tell you this. That's on you. I don't care. When I spanked my sons, they didn't only get a spanking. Stuff got taken. So when I spanked them, you're not gonna be on that PlayStation. No, and I didn't tell my sons whenever they was gonna get back. You hear me? I didn't tell them whenever they were gonna get the PlayStation back to play it again. And when I did something, my sons laugh about it today. They'll tell their friends, they'll tell their other cousins, hey, when dad whooped us and then he took the PlayStation, sometimes it'd be like 2 months before we got it back. And sometimes dad would forget. Yes, that was me. But guess what? Everything that my sons got disciplined over or got in trouble for, once they got in trouble for it, they did it once. That's it. So yeah, I know how important it was for me to be a dad, to be a father in your life. I know how important it was that I was going to be the first line of authority that they was going to have to get any type of understanding of. I was going to be the first person that was going to implement discipline into them, not society. That's why whenever my son started school, I let the teachers know. Now look, I know for a fact you're not going to have any problems out of my son. But should you have any problems, don't call his mom. You call me. Ask me how many times I've gotten a phone call when my son's going through school. 0. You want to know why? My sons knew what would happen should they do anything. I was their first line of respect and authority. And they knew that when they went anywhere else, if the teacher tells you, hey, go do X, Y, and Z for me. Well, I got to do it. My sons never did that. It wasn't even in their brain to do it because they were taught at a young age. It got implemented in them at a young age. It became a part of their character, their behavior, and their attitude. Right now, out of all my families, my aunties, they're what considered their great aunts. If they told my sons, baby, you mind cutting the grass for me? Guess what my son's going to do? Yes, ma'am. My sons, even though it's never happened, if my sons got pulled over by the police, I don't tell them, put your hands on the steering wheel, son. Make sure that they didn't do any of that. Why? They have nothing to be scared of. They have nothing to be afraid of. Police represents authority. They're going to respect the police officer just like they respect their dad. But when you got people that can do things like what this guy just did, where you can attack a police officer, you need to ask yourself, why did he feel enabled to do it? Who's enabling him? And it does no good that when they do something wrong like this, you got people that want to jump in there and back them up. You're not going to feel like you're doing anything wrong. Look what Kamala Harris them did during those protests. Act blue. She was getting money to get them right back out of jail. In other words, here it comes. Mommy to the rescue to keep the kid from getting in trouble. Mommy to the rescue to make the kid feel like they didn't do nothing wrong. And you're enabling that behavior. So it needs to be some really, really strong IDAF type individuals that will get in there. I don't care what you say. That dude that did this to this police officer, you will be looking at 2 years in jail, period. There ain't no getting off. You know, there is no getting off on good behavior. And yeah, I will implement strategies and programs in there to work on the boy, to work on the young man. Yes, that's what we would do. But you're going to do 2 years in there. And when you get out, 5 years probation. You better not knock a cone over. You're going to serve your 2 years. When you get out, you better not knock a cone over. You better not. You better not accidentally knock nothing over at the store. You better not take something off the shelf and drop it in the break. Let me stop. No, but y'all understand where I'm coming from, right? You understand where I'm coming from. To those of you that just sent me messages in asking about Cash App, it's right there at the bottom. You see it? It's right there scrolling. It's been scrolling this whole time. No, I don't care if somebody sends something in. That's up to you. If you do, great. If you don't, great. The best thing you do is hit the thumbs up button to this video. So that's the Cash App right there. But no, I'm just letting you know, if you want to support the channel that way, that's completely fine. But those that know me, know that that's not what I'm in here for. Plain and simple. Let's continue on with this video, folks, because I know I got some of y'all in here right now. Y'all are pissed off, and I don't care.
It doesn't make any sense. This young officer, Travis Brown, got into this job because he was inspired to do the right thing. He wanted to be part of the change. He wanted to make an impact in our community. He's the type of officer that we want in our community. And what happens? He gets assaulted. I had to look his mother in the eye and tell her what happened to her son. I'm never going to do that again. I promise you that. I'm never going to do that again.
That's the part I'm talking about, like that right there. Nothing wrong. He's right. But officer, let's see. Y'all, if you never lived out, look, Ferguson was crazy when I went to school there. When I lived in Ferguson. When this officer said this, it'll never happen again. Right now, if I was him, oh yeah, we up in the ante now. We up in the ante. What do you mean by that, Ty? I would have it to where the police awareness around Ferguson would be so strong that the people around Ferguson would feel so protected. I would drive around, have your officers go around and ask questions. Hey, everything going all right in your neighborhood? No craziness, no women getting beat up, no kids getting beat up, nobody being abused, anything like that? Let us know. Here's my card right here. Don't be afraid to call me if you see something or you hear something, okay? Now I know there's like a hood mentality. I ain't tricking. I ain't no trick. I ain't no narc. I ain't telling, man. Man, on my soul, on God. You will be the reason why your community will never get better, but then yet you will turn around. We can't never. Dummies. So all I would do, I would make the police presence super strong in Ferguson. Go ask the grocery store clerks. Hey, everything going good in here? Y'all been at? Go ask the person at the gas station. Anything. Show them that you're really cracking down on this bull crap. Because don't get me wrong, Ferguson is not all that big. It's not all that big. So you definitely can do this, but the community, the thugs, the cancer of the society in Ferguson, they're gonna test him on that. Yeah, we'll see how much you getting ready to really say this is gonna be the last time. We'll see. They're gonna test you on it to see if you're gonna be, like I told you, like a strong father. I'm telling you one time, this will never happen again. If it happens again, I'm getting you. And I'm not gonna show no mercy. Plain and simple. You have to do that with these particular people.
And tell her what happened to her son. I'm never going to do that again. I promise you that. I'm never going to do that again.
You referred to him as a young officer. What's his age?
I don't know.
What are the plans for tonight?
We're not going to allow people to come here and destroy our city.
Are you going to be calling in any additional law enforcement?
We always have additional law enforcement ready.
Which agencies specifically?
All of St. Louis County.
Woo!
So are they gonna be allowed to peacefully demonstrate?
They can peacefully demonstrate. They just cannot become violent. And we're not going to accept property damage.
Can you tell us how many people are in custody right now?
There are defendants that are in custody until those charges are formalized. We will not be mentioning names until that process happens, because there's a process which includes the duty judge signing off on these charges. At that time, more information will be provided. But I will say this to echo Chief Doyle's, what he said earlier, is that we are asking to, we need to bring the temperature down. We need to calm tensions at this point. Again, as Chief Doyle also said, I talked to his mom, and this officer was here, not at this department, but he was around in 2014. He didn't get harmed, and now 10 years later, he's in a tough situation right now, and we're praying for him. And so what we're asking is let's respect this family, let's pray for this family, and let's bring the temperature down, let's calm tensions down. This is the time that we need to come together as a community.
No. Listen to me. This is what I'm talking about. Notice the difference. Now, I get it. I understand. Notice the difference. The police officer that was just there before he stepped in, didn't he seem like he was like, it's not going to happen again? And now you got him coming in here. I get it. Look, this is not the time. We need to calm. No, we are not, as a police department, we are not calming the temperature down. I'm daring y'all. That's me as a person. Ooh, I'm telling y'all. I would dare y'all to try to come and do it again and watch what we do. That's how you have to be like this. There's no winning with them. We have to calm the I get it. He trying to say, look, let tensions go down. Let us all you have to understand that they don't want that. The cancer of society, these thugs, these Negroes, these degenerates don't want that. Their job in life is to remain super pissed off and mad and to cause chaos. There is no more of that. No, we gonna stand here and we gonna dare y'all. Go ahead and start rocking that fence and watch what we do. That's what I would do. I dare you to do that fence like that again. We gonna snatch you so quick. And yes, we pepper spraying. Yes, I'm rubber bullet shooting you. They don't listen. I just told y'all they are, man. Oh my God. That's why I couldn't, there's no way. Couldn't be no mayor. I couldn't be the mayor of Ferguson right now. I was like, no, what y'all gonna do? You're gonna go down there, y'all gonna stand your ground, you're gonna let them peacefully protest. They get to shaking and breaking stuff like they did the last time. That means they're trying to escalate the situation. You're gonna de-escalate it by going there and snatching. Man, Ty, you're gonna cause all kind of, wait, I'm gonna cause all kind of what? What? So let them get their way? That police officer just got done saying that all of St. Louis County, they can call on all of St. Louis County to help. And trust me, I know what that looked like. When we had a false shooting at Parkway North up here in Creve Coeur, man, y'all should have seen all those police cars that came up there. When we had, man, they said it was a shooting, and it wasn't. In Creve Coeur at Parkway North High School at a football game, me and my family, we were there live. I live and watched the whole thing like, y'all, this is all fake. There's no shooting up here. It's all propaganda. You should have seen all those police cars that came there for that. Now, what am I saying that for? You get those police officers to come down there and let them know, should they start shaking gates, we snatching them, then do it. Let it be known that y'all are not playing. Let the city see that you guys are not messing around. It will give the city a sense of security. It will give them a sense of encouragement that police officers and them are really done with these degenerates. But if you got a whole bunch of people that got certain woke policies and everything in play and telling them to back down, stand down, don't do this, let them do it, then you're going to keep on having this constant chaos and it's never going to go away. So no, ain't no lowering the temperature. Way too soft on these people. It's amazing to me. Too soft. No. It's time. There ain't no more timeouts. Ain't no more timeouts. It's time to whoop butt now. Metaphorically speaking, folks.
And so anyone who's listening can hear my voice. I'm hoping that people understand that a family this is a tough situation right now.
All police ain't bad. These guys and gals, they got families too.
There was an account by one of the people that was detained that an officer punched her in the face. Was there a claim taken or anything like that?
We're still doing this investigation. This all happened last night.
Wait, time out.
Claim taken or anything like that? Detained that an officer punched her in the face. Was there a claim taken or anything like that?
So what y'all don't know right now, what just happened here is that a journalist just said there was the journalist just got done saying that there was a woman who claimed that a police officer punched her in the face. So can you talk about that? And he pretty much said they're still investigating that. But I can tell y'all this right now. I'm just making an assumption right now when I'm about to say this. When he spoke earlier and he said while they were making the arrest, that other people tried to come in and pretty much impede on justice, so they had to get them too. So if you see if a police officer is arrest somebody and you come in, y'all can't do, and the police officer turn around and clock you in your face, so be it. You're not supposed to be doing that. So yeah, I'm just making an assumption that that's what happened. If the police officer is saying get back, and y'all still trying, no, but they did, and you get on and they punch you, that's on you. You know this. Let's stop being dumb. I didn't know that I couldn't grab the police officer and tell him, get off of him. He didn't do nothing. He was just shaking the fin. I was just trying. You ain't supposed to be touching no police officer. Let's just come on now. Stop it. Stop it. So I don't know what she got punched in the face, how she got clocked in the face. I do not know, but we're going to see as it goes on. And the minute I get that information, I'll let you guys know.
We're still doing this investigation. This all happened last night.
Based off of some of the vandalism outside, there are clear indicators that there might have been certain groups behind some of the violence that was inside it. We see Mike Brown's name there in chalk on the ground, but are there any specific groups that you all are looking at?
We're still, that's all part of an investigation.
Thank you all.
I love this. So ladies and gentlemen, we have somebody in the chat right now. Via the phone right now. We have somebody in the chat right now via the phone. I love when black people do this. And I don't know, you might not even be black. I don't even know. But you saying to me right now, look how crazy the system is. There's 700,000 blacks in prison right now. What is that supposed to mean to me? What is that supposed to mean to me? Thank you for telling me there's 700,000 criminals in jail. Some of them didn't even do nothing. Yeah, I'm sure none of them did anything. Now, I'm not dumb. I work in the community. I sit on the board that you don't even know about, where I deal directly with things like this. Let me tell you something. The ones who committed certain type of crimes, I sat down and interviewed in Illinois, the first Black Supreme Court Justice, Lisa Holder. Look her up. I interviewed her. This woman is leading the way, and she's looking into things to the extent to where she's saying if people were in prison or in jail for non-violent crimes like with marijuana, everything like that, she's working to get them off. But because that lady is a Republican, dumb Negroes, like a lot of you, look at her up here cooning. She's married to a Black man, came from a Black family. She's the first Illinois Black Supreme Court Justice. And she's working to help a lot of you Negroes get out of jail for nonviolent crimes and marijuana. But all y'all can do to thank her is to call her a coon. So you know what? I don't care. There is no winning. You can come at me and say, you can say all you want to. You're not going to be able to sway me no way, Negro. You want to know why? You shouldn't be committing crimes. How about that? I told you, I don't care. Well, a white dude, he did this. They gave him a year. And the Black dude, he did the same thing. They gave him 5 years. So what? How about not committing a crime, Negro? How about not committing a crime, white person? Y'all all the same in my book. You're degenerates, white or Black. It's amazing that y'all get pissed off at getting punished for a crime that you committed, idiot. Y'all amaze me. That just, boy, I swear to God, boy, the mindset of a lot of you ignorant folks, the mindset, I mean, y'all really aren't that intelligent. You really aren't that smart. I'm talking Black or white when it comes to criminals. So y'all all the same to me. But in this particular case, the reason why we're talking specifically Black, because everything here was Black. So you could come with all this nonsense. Then he said, why the F you talking about why you haven't moved? You Negro, have you been listening? I don't live in Ferguson no more. That was 2000 when I went to school there. I lived there while going to college to become what I am right now, which I'm not going to tell you because you're not about to look me up in Barnes, Jewish, and Christian Northeast. Yeah, you didn't know that, huh? And all the places like that that try to get my license and all that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. I don't live in Ferguson no more. You crazy? No. But if I did, and I want to do something regarding the politics and all the stuff like that, this wouldn't be an issue. But thank you for showing us how a lot of Black folks think right now. You are literally who I'm talking about right now throughout this whole video, the ignorant, the stupidity, how crazy it is that you don't even know that you've been psychologically psyoped into thinking the way that you do right now to where you are literally talking from a stance of defending criminals. You know how stupid you sound right now? That's amazing. Anyway, y'all, let's continue with the video. Niggas.
Coming. There are some images on the table showing some of the vandalism from the gates and the fences. And as more details become available, we will share them with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, so that's the video right there. You guys just saw it all in this entirety. Let me go ahead and remove this portion right here out the way. See if I can make this look a little better for the folks that are watching at home. And then when I bring this part right here down, I'll show some of the comments up there, and I got to give some shout outs to the ones who gave a super chat. But listen to this. This stuff is not going to get fixed. This is not going to get fixed when you have individuals that will do everything they can to deflect away from the assailants, from the criminals, from the degeneracy, from the thugs, whatever you want to call them. It's never going to get better when you have individuals that think like that. It's never going to get better when you don't have strong men that don't give two craps about you and your feelings when it comes to them imposing justice on something that you did that's wrong. None. I wish sometimes that a lot of stuff that happens over here in our country when it comes to crime, I wish those same thugs, those criminals, those degenerates, be it Black or white, I wish y'all can go and do that in another country where they like slicing limbs off. You want to steal? Raise your hand. There go your arm. I'm telling you. Reason why I say that, well, Ty, we seem to be a lot more. No, we seem to be a lot more soft. And the reason why this nation has become soft as it is because you have soft leadership. Period. In our programs, our mentorship programs, you want to know what? A lot of people don't like this. Oh, well, so be it. We have a very high success rate. You want to know who's over our programs? Men. Strong men. And most likely out of those strong men, majority of those men are married men. Majority of those married men have children that they are raising or have raised to a certain extent. You want to know why? That lets me know they have a pretty strong foundation. It lets me know that most likely if their children came out to be good and everything, it lets me know that they instill really good disciplinary strategies in raising their children, which means in order to mentor my young ones, they're gonna have that same exact strategy. I can trust them. And they don't get me wrong. I know y'all say women, yeah, we use women to a certain extent with certain things. Men, strong men. We don't take no bull crap. And if you get to a point to where we can't do anything with you, really, bye. So y'all just gonna kick him out, bye. And then the mama tried to come back. All Tavares was trying to say, ma'am, your son is not in the program, so you can talk all you want to. Y'all, we tried. It's over. It's a wrap. Wanna know why? They see that Mr. Ty don't put up a bull crap, do I? All my mentees will tell you he does not play around. But again, I love them, care for them, mentor them, lead them, guide them as they get older. We set them up with apprenticeship. We set them up with internship. We have them be able to go into rooms like if they want to go to medical way like I did, if they want to become a doctor, PA, therapist, whatever, if they want to do any of the things, we set them up to go be able to scrub in and check these things out. We network these young men and young women. But one thing I do not play around with, one thing I do not put up with, and I don't care what any of you say, I do not put up with no degeneracy. I do not put up with no talking back. I don't put up with any of that bull crap. Some of these parents sign up on a contract. My mentees, y'all might think it's too hard. Some of y'all that listen to me right now, you might think that the way I do things is too hard. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It's work. 100% success rate. My young kids, no cell phones, no computer, no TV in their room. If there is a computer in the house, it's going to be in the main area where main people are all populated at, living room, something like that. The TV is in the living room. But no, they don't get any of that. Want to know why? I don't want their creativity to be killed. It's not necessary. It stunts their brain development. It stunts their social skills. A lot of y'all don't know this. And that's why a lot of these crazy kids you see right now, the ones I call the snow cone color hair social justice warriors, who are all out of their mind, they go work 4 hours and, oh my God, it's so stressful. It's so stressful. I cannot work in hours. What are these bills? Look at them. Look at them right now. Look at them. No structure. Huh? That's what happens when you give them no structure, no discipline, no guidance. You tell them, oh, be what you want to be, do what you want to do, identify as you want to identify as, go where you want to go, do what you want. And then when reality hit, they lose it. Just like they losing it right now. A bunch of weak, jellyback, sissified generation of kids that you can't even say to them, how you doing today, sir? Sir? Excuse me, I'm not a sir. Do I look like a sir? Yes, you do. You look like a very strong back, wide shoulder dude. Well, I identify. All this craziness stuff going on. Y'all just let them do what they want to. Then you end up having a society like we have right now. Because no truth is implemented. No structure is implemented. No disciplinary actions are implemented. Same thing with the black community. Oh, well, you know what happened to us. I mean, we built all this. We did all this. They beat us. They robbed us. They raped us. They did all this. That's the reason why we can't. No, it's not. The reason why any black person right now, most likely, if you are capable and you have a brain, you can talk, you can walk and all that, you capable of learning, you have the internet right now in your hands and a phone. You got YouTube videos that can teach you and all this stuff like that. There is no excuse why you cannot advance yourself, your life as an individual. There is no excuse. I don't care what you say. You have no excuse why you can't achieve what you want to achieve right now. The only thing that's going to keep you from doing what you want to do is you. Nobody else. Your school can't stop you. Your community can't stop you unless you allow it. Huh? When you go to college, college can't stop you from becoming a doctor, becoming a PA, becoming a therapist, becoming a lawyer, whatever. A civil engineer, you want to be any of that, an engineer, period. Computer sciences, cybersecurity. Nothing is going to be able to stop you from doing what you want to do. But the only thing that's going to stop you from doing that is you, plain and simple. You can say what you want to. I don't care what you say, because your boy who's talking to you right now, my mentees have all seen it. I took them to places where I grew up at. I shown them the house that I grew up at. I took them to the area where I picked cans and turned it in for money just so me and my brothers and them can eat. We went around picking cans at a young age, 10 years old, picking cans, turning it in for money to get a half stick of bologna and some bread so we can eat that. I let them see teachers that I actually grew up around, that I went to school at, showing those teachers tell you, hey, Ty used to always have a backpack full of apples and milk, because the kids, we got free lunch. I took their apples and milk because that was going to be the only way that I can eat. Okay? Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you thought I was spoon? You thought I had a silver spoon in my mouth? Huh? You thought I just was giving everything? And you know what? Despite of all that stuff that I went through, from picking cans to turning it in for money, to asking the kids during our lunch sessions at school if they wanted their apples or their milks or their fruit cocktails that came in those cans, if they wanted them, so I could have something to eat. I can tell you right now, there's many nights that I cried. There's many times that I sat there and, man, this is so unfair. This is so messed up. And you know what the community was telling me? The only reason why it's happening because these white people made me get pissed off at white people. All white people I was pissed off at. Oh, so it's the white people's fault why I'm picking cans. It's the white people's fault why I'm begging for apples and milks and fruit cocktails in a can because of what's good. Oh, is this all the white people's fault? Then I got something called a developmental brain that began to question everything. And once I questioned everything, one thing led to another. This person led me to this person. This person led me to that person. I seen that if there's anything that I wanted to get, for example, when I wanted to eat, nobody was sitting there giving me food. They weren't giving us food. So in order for me to eat, what did I have to do? I had to find a way. We went and picked cans, turned it in for money. Yeah. We went and we tasseled corn. We went and we picked tomatoes. Found some way to get money in order to just eat. So you telling me in 2024 that the reason why any black person or any white person, and I'm talking about certain mindsets, because of the trailer park people, the white trash people they call them, and Negroes in the hood, the projects, in the ghetto, y'all all have the same mindset. And you telling me the reason why you can't go and achieve higher things is because of some invisible force? Please keep on riding on that excuse. You're going to have that excuse for the rest of your life, because it makes no sense that individuals like myself that grew up in the Chicago area, the central Illinois area, to be coming out of that position like I did and work, and it's just time consuming. To get through college, it wasn't hard. To get through med school and stuff, it wasn't hard. It was just time consuming. But to be able to do things like that, me, the Ben Carsons, the Dr. Wendell Becktons, to be able to achieve Dr. Robert in Chicago, amazing anesthesiologist. He's on Instagram right now. Same thing, single parent home. To achieve stuff like that and what we did, and you're going to tell me that that it's a system? Yeah, it's called grading system. An A, B, C, D, or an F. That's the only system that's going to keep you from advancing. But in order to get those grades, it's going to come down to you. So I don't want to hear any bull crap of, well, we can't do it because we disinfect. Because I came from the same area you came from. And one of the biggest insults you can give anybody like Dr. Beckton, Dr. Roberts, myself, other black men that have achieved great things, got multiple vehicles. It's not bragging. We had to work for it. And it wasn't hard. It was just time consuming. I don't tell none of my mentees that it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. No, we tell them it's going to be time consuming. It just takes time. You're young. But there is no way you're going to tell me that you can't achieve what you want to achieve because some system is keeping you from doing it. No, the only system that's keeping you from doing it is a system that's been embedded in your brain. I can't. We can't. Somebody else fault somebody. See, the thing is, all it does is takes accountability away from you. You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to study. You're going to have to train. You're going to have to go to tutoring. Because I can tell you what, one thing that's not going to stop is something called time. Time is going to consistently and constantly go on. And whether you catch up with the times or not, it's going to be on you. But one thing that's not going to happen is time is not going to stop for none of us. And when you get to that day where you might be dying or passing away, everything that happened to you in your life, you're going to look back on it and wish you had made a different decision, but it's going to be too late for you. You got one journey through this thing called life. One time. That's it. How much of that have you wasted already? Blaming somebody else. How much of that have you wasted already? Blaming the system. How much of that time have you wasted already? Blaming white people. How much of that time have you wasted already? Blaming your mama. Blaming your dad. When you right now, as a teenager possibly, you are capable of going at this thing. And as soon as you want to do that, I guarantee you, God's going to have it to where you're going to be linked up with the right person that's going to network you to get to that goal that you want to achieve. And I guarantee you, once you start doing it, you're going to see that the goddamn community that you came out of, they are going to be so pissed off at you because you made it, because you did it, because you achieved it. Everything that we sat there in the ghetto and cried about, the projects that we wish that we had, and I went and I got it, the same community are pissed off because I got it. I'm telling y'all, black people, you're going to have to get away from the black mindset, the ghetto mindset, the project mindset, because the minute you achieve anything, they're going to be pissed off that you made it. When I got out of med school, guess what? It's amazing. A fraction of the people showed up for my graduation after med school. Then they showed up for some of my cousins and they got out of prison. A fraction of that. And that's family. Not just the hood. We're not happy that we make it out. Look what happened to Nipsey Hussle. We do all this crying. I'm just trying to get out of here. I'm just trying to make it. The minute you do and get out, the black community that you came out of, they're going to hate you like crazy. So you might as well live this one life and do this one thing for you and what you want to achieve. I didn't have my parents like that when I was growing up. Okay? I didn't know we didn't have the structure. We didn't have the discipline. You know what it's like to sit there and have your power out? Huh? You know what it's like to sit there and have to take stuff that's supposed to remain cold, wrap it up in a plastic bag and multiple grocery bags and put it in the water like a river or a small pond just so it can stay cold? Do you know what that's like? So to get out of all that, all this stuff I grew up around the hood, black people talking about they want to make it. We need to get out of here. I'm just trying to make it out the hood. I'm just trying to make it out the ghetto. I'm just trying to make it out the projects. I want to have a family. I want to have a home. I want to have multiple homes. I want to have cars. We do all that talking in the ghetto in the hood. And the minute I do that, you Negroes get pissed off at me. I've been married 23 years. Got a 22-year-old son and a 20-year-old son. Homes in multiple states. My sons got their own vehicles. They bought their vehicles, not me. Okay? I did all those things we talked about we wanted to get away from in the hood. I achieved those. And you have no idea the confusion you will get that as a black man coming out of the black ghetto, out of the black hood, out of the black mentality, that the very people who are going to be pissed off that you did that are going to be black people will leave you looking like, okay, what the actual heck? So that's why I'm telling you right now, you might as well save yourself a step. You better do this thing for yourself, because your community that you come away from, and it's not all of them, because there are black people out there that are very proud that you made it out and all that. But majority of them are going to be pissed off that you made it. And the only thing they can do and prove, and I'm telling y'all, it's like a gold medal every time I hear a black person call me a coon or a Uncle Tom. Every time a black person call me an Uncle Tom, a coon, a tap dancer, a bootlicker, a Puerto Negro, a house Negro, anytime they call me that, lets me know I did it. I absolutely 100% did it, because a lot of them are mad that they didn't do it. It's a crab mentality. The minute you try to crawl out, they want to pull you down. And if they're not able to pull you down, they're going to be pissed off and call you a sellout. They're going to call you skinfolk, but you ain't kinfolk. They're going to tell you that your black card got taken, which it makes me no different, because that's why I have a white privilege card now. Anyway, y'all, don't forget to hit that like button before y'all get out of here. All right, I really appreciate if y'all did that. We getting ready to end this thing. I appreciate y'all taking y'all time out y'all day to view my content. Make sure you share this. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, because the thing is, it's not gonna stop. Y'all got the wrong Negro. The insults are not gonna do anything to me whatsoever. You're gonna remain pissed off that you hate to see me in the position that I am right now. You hate to see a free Negro, don't you? You hate to see that I won't be bent. You hate to see that I can't be moved. You hate to see that your insults they're of none effect. You hate it, don't you? You came across the wrong one. I know it. Anyway, y'all, don't forget again to hit that like button before y'all get out of here. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.